Aloha, beautiful souls, and welcome to Transform with Ryan, where I do pick a card tarot readings to help transform your mind, heart, and soul. Now, in today's pick a card tarot reading, we are going to find out what secret does your shadow want to reveal to you. Now, I do have to say and make everyone aware that shadow work is not easy. It's meant to be challenging. It's meant to push you beyond what you know yourself to be, who you know yourself to be, and allow your true self to come through in all of its glory, good and bad, positive and negative. Now, of course, for this reading, it is a general reading, and I'm calling in more gentle energies to reveal the secret from your shadow. But know that I definitely strongly encourage and advise to do this type of shadow work with a coach, with a healer, with a guide. Also, if you want to dive deeper into this and really step into your true power and potential, I encourage you to book an energy alignment session with me to see how we can work together to facilitate healing, to facilitate release, so that you can step into your true destiny full of light, joy, and love. So the link for that energy alignment session is down below in the description box. Without further ado, let me show you your options. First option here, we have the eternal child. And second option is Agape. And the third option is the Shapeshifter. So just tune into your energy, request that you receive information and guidance for your highest and greatest good. And whenever you're ready, see which one of these three options calls out to you the most, and you can head to your reading with the timestamps or chapter markers below. I will see you there. Hey there, Star Fam. Welcome to your reading. For those of you that were drawn to the eternal child, let's find out what secret your shadow wants to reveal to you now. All right. So what I'm feeling from the shadow energies with the eternal child is that you have been a bit kind of stubborn, a bit immature, and a bit, irresponsible here in some aspect of your life, some type of relationship, okay? And that what that means is that there is something that you're holding on to that's like quite rigid, okay? And you're being a bit stubborn about it. It's kind of like what I'm hearing is this energy of a child that's like, I want this. It's either my way or no way, my way or the highway, right? And like those little kids that get pouty and they like cross their arms and they stomp their feet and they just kind of get this resolute look on their face where it's like, I'm not budging. Like, you have to make the concession. You have to give me what I want because I'm not the one that's going to concede, okay? So there's some of that energy in a particular situation in your life right now, or within a relationship that you have with somebody, okay? And what I'm feeling is trying to be healed and trying to come through here is this energy of compromise, this energy too of like owning the ways in which you maybe are asking too much or being unreasonable, okay? And in some ways, I'm even sensing that you do that to yourself. Like, you ask a lot of yourself. Sometimes things that maybe are not as doable or realistic here in the physical plane. It's not to say that you're not capable of achieving that, but what I'm saying is that perhaps you are wanting it to happen too fast, or you're wanting, for people to give up more than they're willing to give up in regards to a situation, right? When it comes to like compromise and conceding things, all right? So what I'm hearing is that there needs to be this level of maturity and openness regarding your situation or this relationship that will really help it move along, okay? Really help get it to where it needs to be, and which will actually also ultimately be what you want it to be, okay? Does that make sense? So let's get some more information on this. Let's get some details. Now, for those of you tuning in, I'd love to hear from you down in the comments below. So super easy, super quick question today. Where are you tuning in from? All right, let me know where you call home, what space you're in right now. So comment down below where you are tuning in from on this big old planet. I am currently in Bali. I'm going to be here for a couple more weeks before I head out to another part of Asia. Ooh, I'll let you know later on where that will be. So let's get some more information on this eternal child, this shadow aspect that needs to be revealed to you so that it can heal, so that you can start getting the things that you want and desire. So we have the Seven of Pentacles, Father of Wands, the Nine of Swords. Okay. Mother of Swords. I'm starting to see now what this is all about. The Star. Okay, love this card. For those of you that are regulars to my channel, you know the Star card is like probably the favorite, if not one of the favorites of the tarot cards in the deck for me. And we have Father of Cups. Okay, so yes. I'm seeing this all very, very clearly now, okay? So what I'm seeing as sort of the overall energy, sort of overall message here from your shadow is that you need to relinquish control, okay? So you have this notion that in order to be in control, you have to get exactly what you want in the exact way you want it, in the exact time that you want it, okay? So again, this is very like immature child energy that's coming through. You know, children, they really don't care what anybody thinks about it. If they want something, they want it now. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And when they don't get it, you know, they definitely are prone to like tantrums and acting out. And maybe as an adult, you're not gonna like fall on the floor and pound your feet and hands and like start wailing and making a scene in that childlike way. But there are other ways in which you are doing it, other ways in which you are being a bit, I think the word is petulant, okay? And pouty, and I'm sensing even, I'm hearing the word petty as well, okay? And it's all stemming from your need to control, okay? For you, you feel safe when you're in control. You feel safe when things are predictable, when things are planned out, when things are going according to plan the way you see it, right? Otherwise, you get super anxious here and you can be a bit cold and mean if things are not going your way here, okay? And you know, that's not very conducive, that's not very healthy to strengthening and nurturing relationships that you have with other people. And what I'm seeing here with the Father of Wands is that at times you can be a bit sneaky, a bit crafty. You can really put on the charm, okay? When you want something done, you like lay it on thick. Know what I mean? Like you lay out the charm, you try to coerce and manipulate and trick and persuade people into doing things that you want if they show some kind of resistance, some types of hesitancy, okay? And, you know, it's sort of like these Jedi mind tricks and these Jedi mind games you play, like, yeah, they can be used for good, but sometimes, I don't know, boo, sometimes your intentions are a bit questionable here, okay? It's like, are you really being considerate of others? Is what you want and crave and desire, is it in the best interests of most people, not just yourself? Okay, I know, again, we're doing some shadow integration, shadow releasing, shadow healing here, so some of these things may not be what you want to hear, and I'm trying to respect that and be compassionate about it, but there are definitely some truths coming out here that may be a bit uncomfortable at first to hear, all right? So what I'm getting the sense of the main message here is releasing some control, stepping into maturity and openness, and allowing people to assert their boundaries, allowing people to say no, okay? And you being okay with it and accepting that, okay? That everybody has free will, everybody deserves to have respect just like you. Now, here what I'm seeing with the Star and the Father of Cups for sure is that really the key to getting what you want is extending some empathy to other people. Okay, it's not, again, it's not your way or the highway. That you need to maybe negotiate with people, compromise with people, really listen to them and understand where they're coming from. Like, why are they saying no to you? Why do they not feel like this isn't a good idea? Why do they don't feel aligned with whatever plan or demand or request that you're asking? Okay, take some time, to kind of understand where they're coming from and not be so demanding and so kind of maybe pig-headed. All right, and definitely move away from any sort of cruelty, manipulation, sneakiness that you may be tempted to use. Okay, let's kind of take a look at the energy. Let's take a look at the energy here of this shadow aspect. Okay, and maybe some information that you need to know. Oh, there we go. Look at that. The deceit card came out. Okay, so maybe you're not giving people enough credit. Oh, excuse me. I totally knocked the little mount with my head, my glasses. So maybe you're not giving people enough credit and you think you're pulling a fast one on them and you really aren't, because they're seeing through that sugar sweet voice. They're seeing through the heart of the matter. And, even if maybe on an intellectual level, they're not following you, on an energetic and emotional level, they're sensing that something is off. And that's what's putting them on guard. That's what's making them hesitant, making them have pause, causing them to be more cautious. And sometimes, if people feel like they're being tricked or people feel like they're being lied to, they're gonna be even more resistant. More like, oh, no, I'm not gonna follow you there. I'm not gonna do what you asked, right? They're gonna be more resistant, okay? So you may think that you're tricking some people and you really aren't, all right? Let's see what else. Okay, I feel like this, and actually this one wants to come out. So let's see what else is going on energetically. So we have storm warning. Ooh, okay, so there are some people in your life that are kind of fed up. They're over it. They are about to call you out on your stuff, or you're about to hear some things that are not going to be very flattering if you don't heal this shadow aspect, if you don't heed the warnings and the messages here of, again, compromise, empathy, sympathy, understanding, listening to what other people are trying to tell you, and respecting people's boundaries, all right? And next we have adjacent possibilities. So there are multiple ways to get to the same endpoint. That's what I'm seeing here with the star energy and adjacent possibilities. Okay, again, some of your thought process is very stubborn, very rigid, very strict, and it's like my way or the highway. It has to be done this way, or else what's the point in doing it? It has to be done this way, or else forget it. We're not gonna do it, okay? So just be open to co-creation here, all right? Again, there's more than one ways. I think the saying is more than one way to skin a cat, but I'm really not feeling that saying. It seems like a bit yucky, but there's more than one way to get to where you need to go, okay? So we'll just kind of focus on that. And you might be surprised if you allow other people to co-create with you, that they might have a more efficient, easier way of doing things. And you might also be surprised at the result, it might, if you co-create and you really kind of work together in a harmonious way, it's like a give and take, you might even be surprised at the outcome. It might even be better than what you thought it could be, all right? So let's take a look here, a message of light and love from your guides, from spirit, to help you as you do this shadow work, okay? Releasing some of that control, releasing some of that rigidity, and welcoming in compassion, love, and understanding, all right? So we have this feather here with some yellows and browns, and it comes from the flicker. New rhythms are coming into your life now. You are encouraged to trust and adapt. Ooh, this word adapt here is really, really, really strong and coming through for you. So reflect on what adaptation and adapting mean to you, and you will find the way to help bring this shadow energy into healing, light, and help you expand and grow beyond your current status. All right, my loves. There you go. That's what the secret is that your shadow wants to reveal to you. Thank you so much for tuning in to your reading today, Star Fam. Make sure to like and comment down below what you're calling in from your reading, and definitely share this reading with anybody who you think would enjoy the messages shared just as much as you did. Now, the thing that I love about the tarot is that it opens up our mind and our hearts to a world of possibilities. What's possible for us when it comes to love? What's possible for us when it comes to career and our dream life? But once we know that, how do we make sure it happens? How do we manifest these things into reality? And just as important, how do we identify the things that are totally blocking us and stopping us from getting what we want so we can move them out of the way? Well, to do that, I invite you to book an energy alignment session with me. The link to do so is in the description box below, and let's sort this out for you. I look forward to connecting with you, and until next time, have a beautiful day. Bye! Hey there, Star Fam. Welcome to your reading. For those of you that were drawn to the Agape card here, this is the secret that your shadow wants to reveal to you. So let's dive right in. So with the Agape card, what this card is really calling in and encouraging you to do is have a sense of humbleness, have a sense of gratitude, and have a sense of understanding that you are, a piece of this beautiful, divine, limitless tapestry, okay? What I'm sensing here, the shadow aspect that is coming up, is there's this energy of spiritual bypassing, there's this energy of righteousness, okay? So what does this actually mean here? So many of you are in this position here where you feel and act like you know better, okay? That's this energy of righteousness, okay? It's this, I'm always right, you're wrong, I'm wiser than you, I know more than you, I've lived longer than you, I've gone through more than you, and so I know more, I know better, okay? And with that, there comes this energy too of applying your morals and values onto other people and not letting them define their morals and values themselves, okay? It's the energy here can be a bit judgy, all right? And thinking that you know best, you know what's right for everybody and what everybody else should do, okay? So, your shadow is really trying to tell you to tone it down, and that this energy of self-importance has kind of gotten a bit out of hand with you, okay? So instead of preaching, I'm hearing that you should spend more time listening, okay? And maybe relinquish a little bit of this holier than thou kind of energy here. And also what I'm hearing, it's not really your responsibility to solve and educate everybody else, okay? You're really kind of, at this chapter, this point in your life, you're being reminded that you're truly only responsible for yourself, and that you need to trust that the universe and other people are on their divine path, and they are receiving the assistance and guidance that they need, and that all of it doesn't have to be solved by you. Okay, you don't have to solve everyone else's problems on your own. There are other forces at play that are taking care of some things, okay? The other thing is the spiritual bypassing. And, sometimes when we're so focused on other people's problems, it's because we're avoiding or we're neglecting our own, okay? And so there's this energy of ownership that is coming through, okay? What's yours is yours, and what's theirs is theirs. Okay, so make sure that's very clear, and you have this full understanding here of everybody's role and responsibilities in their own lives. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling and sensing here, coming through with Agape. Some very strong messages here, and I have to say I really get this. I really resonate with this energy, because when I first started my medical practice, as a PA in adult medicine, I used to really have this very confident, like overly confident and egotistical mind where it's like, I know best because I have the training, I have the degree, I have the certificate, and my patients don't know anything, right? I was in that mindset. And you know, once you start to realize and see like how condescending maybe you can sound at times when you think you know best, when you think you know what's what, and you get proven, you know, in very like shocking ways, like you don't know as much as you think you know, and you don't always know best, right? When you're faced with that realization, and when you're faced with knowing that, hey, people can still thrive and survive without your input, without your assistance, that people will always still find a way to get what they want, whether or not you help them, whether or not you're there, whether or not you give them that piece of advice. It's very, very humbling. Okay? So give advice where it's asked or where it's solicited, but don't just go around like, you know, what is that? Dear Sally, or you know, back in the day, people used to write these anonymous letters and asking for advice to these radio show hosts, and that, or like these newspaper columns, right? Like, if your advice isn't wanted or solicited, then maybe you need to not give it. Straight up. Okay, so you know, I love to get to know my audience, and I'll keep the questions simple for today, but please comment down below where you're tuning in from. I'd love to see exactly how our global star family, global community, like which areas of the world it's reaching. So comment down below where you're tuning in from. I'm currently in Bali, but in a couple weeks here in September, I'll be moving to another area of Asia. I'll leave that as a surprise for now, but I am here in Bali, Indonesia, and loving it. So let's get some more information here. What else does your shadow want to let you know? The Hierophant, the High Priestess. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Ace of Pentacles. The Nine of Cups. The Seven of Swords. And the Six of Swords. Lovely, lovely. So what do we have going on here? So definitely it's interesting here that you have the Hierophant and the High Priestess. It's kind of like the female and male version of this connection to spirit, to source, to God, to universe, whatever you call it. So you have both of that within you, okay? So the High Priestess is really that energy of your own inner knowing, your own personal connection with spirit, okay? And with the Hierophant energy, it's that connection you have with spirit, but how you share it with those around you, how you dispense and reveal this knowledge and wisdom that you carry within you. So that's what's being examined here. And what I'm hearing from spirit for you is that it's really this distinction of like knowing when to speak and knowing when to listen. And the truth of the matter is, here with the Seven of Swords, most of the time you should be listening, not speaking, okay? That's the beauty of being truly helpful with people, is that you need to spend most of your time listening to what they're saying, listening to what they need. And if they ask for your opinion on your advice, if and only if they do that, that's when you dispense that information, okay? Because you do have a lot of keys, you do have a lot of wisdom, you do have a lot of life hacks. No one is refuting that. No one is denying you that. What your shadow really wants to bring to your awareness is, do you really have to constantly be giving advice and telling people how to live their life? Do you have to be this kind of like know-it-all? Do you have to be this person that's constantly feeling like they have to fix everyone else's life, fix everyone else's mess? Okay? So the energy here is like, hey, own your stuff first, and only when people want to hear what you have to say, ask for your opinion, then of course, please freely give it, okay? Sometimes people, you know, I've been in those situations where people don't want to tell certain people in their life things because they just don't want to hear it. They don't want to be scolded. They don't want to be criticized. They don't want to be told everything that they're doing wrong and what they need to do to fix it. Sometimes they just want that, well, I shouldn't even say sometimes. I feel like most of the times they just want that sympathy. They just want that understanding. They just want that compassion, okay? I feel like, more often than not, people want to be able to solve their own problems in their own way. They just want to be given that knowledge and that wisdom, like just the facts. They don't need the commentary, okay? They don't need that opinion. It's like, hey, how do I do this? And it's like, oh, this is how you do this, like the facts. How do I pump gas? Okay, you park your car in front of the gas tank. You open up the door and unscrew the lid, and then you pull the nozzle off. You insert your credit card. You select which gas you want, right? They don't want your opinion on if they should get unleaded, unleaded plus, unleaded premium. Like, they don't want that. They just want to know the facts, the steps, okay? They don't necessarily always want your commentary. Some people, they want to kind of figure it out on their own. All right. Some people don't want to feel belittled, thinking that they are a charity case and they can't handle things. Okay. So that's what I'm feeling here with this energy. And I'm feeling that, if you're just a little bit more mindful of when it's appropriate to speak and when it's appropriate to just listen and hold space for someone, that a lot of your relationships are going to be so much stronger. They're going to be so much better because people are going to start to feel like they're really heard and seen by you, and they can trust you now, and they'll trust you enough to ask for your advice when needed. Okay, I feel like this is a very fresh start for you, a very new foundation to help improve a lot of your relationships and circumstances in life. Now, let's see some more about this energy, okay? This energy here from Shadow. Okay, Shadow here is saying rest and rejuvenate. Now, when you feel like you have to give everybody advice, it's because you feel like maybe you're responsible for them, And I can get that when you're in a leadership role at work. I can get that if you're like a parent to somebody, or you're like a legal guardian or whatever, right? That you feel like it's your responsibility to make sure these people's lives are perfect and hunky-dory and amazing, right? And you take on this burden and it's really not yours, okay? It's co-creation. People need to step up, take care of their thing as well, right? Whether or not they're adult or a child. It's like, hey, you have to do your part. I cannot be here always to bail you or make things easier for you, or make things smoother for you, or even just do it for you, right? So this will give you an opportunity to rest and release that burden of being the one that has to solve everybody's problems, that has to enlighten everybody else, okay? You don't have to be that person for everybody. Far from it. Okay, this one wanted to jump out too. We have 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. Oh my gosh, the 5th chakra is that throat chakra. Again, Spirit is saying, your shadow is saying, like, know when it's important to speak and share your truth, and know when other people need to find it on their own. Okay, be able to distinguish that. Again, it's not about, again, I wouldn't say like, don't give anybody advice, don't share your wisdom. It's not that at all, okay? It's just knowing when it's asked for and when it isn't, okay? Because some people, they don't want to hear your opinion. And some people might even be offended if you try to do that. I know I've been in that shoe, like on both sides, where I've been offended when someone thought that they should be giving me advice on how to do stuff when I wasn't asking for it. But also when I've offended people, right? When people are like, okay, thank you, but I didn't care to know your opinion. Like, that's not why I decided to share this with you. And then you feel very humbled and you feel kind of like, oops, oh my gosh, like, was I really acting like a Hermione Granger? And we also have Angel of Strength. Okay, so I feel like this is more to let you know that other people have their angels and their protectors as well, that you don't have to protect them from calamity, from bad situations, from the consequences of their actions. You don't have to protect them from that. You don't have to shield them from the cruelties, if you will, and the misfortunes of the world. Again, everybody has their own journey, and most people, they actually learn from their mistakes, and they learn the best by solving their mistakes and correcting them themselves, okay? Not from other people doing it for them. So just allow people to really show up for themselves, really show what they're truly capable of, and again, don't feel like you need to intervene all the time. Now let's pull some encouraging message from Spirit and your shadow to help you work with this calling, this energy of, again, humbling yourself and sharing your wisdom only when it's asked for. So this feather comes from the parrot. It says, let go of others' thoughts and opinions. It is time to embrace who you really are. So again, maybe you're acting in a way in which you think this is what other people need from you. You think this is what other people want or expect from you, but you probably don't know, right? You didn't ask them. So you think people are coming to you for advice, and maybe that's not what they're coming to you for, okay? So be very clear and understand what other people are thinking and wanting of you. So just ask them, okay? I know what I've gotten into the habit of is when people share their troubles or their frustrations or whatever with me, once I let them speak and really get it all out, I ask them, it's like, do you care to know what I think about that? Or do you want to know my opinion or advice? Or is it better for me to just be able to hold space for you and listen to you, right? And being okay with when people say, no, I don't want your advice. No, I don't want your opinion. But thank you for offering it. And then just letting the conversation end there and not taking it personally. And, sometimes it's kind of like, oh, great. What I've gotten to that point is like, oh, great. I'm glad you don't want my advice or my opinion. I'm glad you want to solve this on your own. So carry on. I'm glad I was able to just listen to you and hold space for you. That was easy, right? You'll be surprised at how easy it is to do that. So that is your message from your shadow and the secret that they wanted to reveal to you. Thank you so much for tuning in to your reading today, Star Fam. Make sure to like and comment down below what you're calling in from your reading, and definitely share this reading with anybody who you think would enjoy the messages shared just as much as you did. Now, the thing that I love about the tarot is that it opens up our mind and our hearts to a world of possibilities. What's possible for us when it comes to love? What's possible for us when it comes to career and our dream life? But once we know that, how do we make sure it happens? How do we manifest these things into reality? And just as important, how do we identify the things that are totally blocking us and stopping us from getting what we want so we can move them out of the way? Well, to do that, I invite you to book an energy alignment session with me. The link to do so is in the description box below, and let's sort this out for you. I look forward to connecting with you, and until next time, have a beautiful day. Bye! Hey there, Star Fam, and welcome to your reading. For those of you that were drawn to the Shapeshifter, this is the secret that your shadow wants to reveal to you. So what I'm getting here from your shadow is that you have this pattern, whether long-standing or maybe more so recently, of people-pleasing. Okay, with this shapeshifter energy, what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing is that you have been sacrificing quite a lot to please other people, to make other people feel comfort and peace, and you're doing so at the sacrifice of your true self, your true wants, your true desires. I'm seeing definitely you've been having this sort of doormat kind of energy, yes man, yes woman kind of vibe, where you're not honoring your true wants, your true desire, who you truly are and what you truly see for yourself. You've just been kind of complying with what everyone else is asking of you. And what I'm feeling here with this is you see all these different images here, right? We have these gems, and we have, I don't even know what this is, a panda or something. And we have this thing here, which looks like maybe a tree bark. I don't know, it's just this mess, right? There's no clear shape. There's no clear definition. And it's as you people please, And as you keep making these sacrifices for the sake of other people, it becomes less and less clear who you really are. Okay? It's kind of like I remember reading this very deep comic book issue of Mystique from the X-Men comics. Like, I don't know if any of you know Mystique. She is that blue character in the X-Men movies that can shapeshift into other people. And what I'm getting, what happened in the comic is because Mystique keeps changing into other people and assuming these other personas and identities, her mind started to become fractured. And she started to lose her sense of self. And she became this sort of composite, this mixture of all the different identities that she assumed, that she shapeshifted as. And so that's one of the warnings and one of the dangers of people pleasing is you start to move further and further away from your true self, your authentic self, who you were meant to be in this world, truly, not who other people want you or need you to be in this lifetime. All right? So take a look at the ways in which you haven't been honoring your own needs and you've been putting other people's needs ahead of your own, because it seems like you've been doing that in excess here with the Shapeshifter card. So let's see what else. Let's go even deeper. Let's learn more about this secret, this information that your shadow wants to share with you here and now. And while I shuffle, because this is, a pretty intense reading, lots of things to digest that might go down easy, I'm going to keep my questions simple for this video. So let me know where you are tuning in from on the world. So where is our beautiful Star Fam community tuning in from? What is this global community looking like? So right now, as many of you know, I am here in Bali, Indonesia, but I'm actually going to be going to another country in Asia here in like a couple of weeks. So stay tuned to find out where else I am traveling to in Asia. But for now, let me know where you're tuning in from, okay? Just comment your location down below. I'd love to see where everybody is coming from to gather in this beautiful space of Transform with Ryan. So back to your reading. Let's find out more about this secret that your shadow is revealing to you. We have the Three of Swords, the Six of Swords. My God, this card I think showed up in every single reading. Crazy. And we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so we got two number threes here. The number 3 is quite significant for you. We have the Five of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. Okay, so what do we have going through here? So definitely with this Three of Pentacles card, I'm sensing that you're really, really heavily influenced by those around you, whether it's your friends, your family, your significant other. Like, you let them really sort of dictate what you do, when you do it, how you do it. Like, you definitely care a little bit too much about their opinions and their input, okay? And what your shadow self is really encouraging you to do is come to your own decisions, come to your own conclusions, and definitely carve out time for yourself, okay? When we do this people-pleasing thing, there's a lot of codependent energy that we're nurturing here, and that is definitely not healthy, okay? So it's time for you to discover your own truth by taking a time out. Stop doing favors for people, stop covering for people, just basically stop babying people, okay? And allow yourself to be nourished and really understand who you truly are, what you're really about, what you're passionate about. Don't let other people kind of manage your time, manage your energy. You set the tone. You decide what you want to do with your time and how you want to live your life. Most importantly, how do you want to live your life? Really honor that and anchor that in, because what I'm seeing here with this energy is as people continue to make demands of you, you're gonna wilt. You're not gonna bloom, you're not gonna blossom, you're not gonna grow. You're helping everyone else do it, in some ways, but you're not doing it. And I'm sensing that for a lot of you, you are definitely more of a giver than a receiver, okay? And over time, that is going to drain you. That is going to deplete your energy until you become like a shell of who you truly are meant to be, all right? The people around you are going to be thriving and successful and glowing up and leveling up. Meanwhile, you're going to be here like a wilted rose, okay? Because you keep pouring your energies only into these other people and their dreams. And it's about pouring your energy into your dreams as well, nurturing them as well, okay? And don't be bound up. Don't create this codependent energy because it's only going to lead to pain and heartbreak ultimately, okay? And grief. So start to really see the ways in which you can take a step back and allow other people to shine on their own merit. And then putting more energy into allowing yourself to shine here, okay? And you to be nourished. That's very, very strongly what I'm seeing here for you. Now let's take a look at this energy here, okay? Let's look at some of the energies here that shadow is trying to help you heal, bringing to your attention, ways in which you can expand and grow, all right? So let's get some of that info from shadow. So we have rest and rejuvenation. There you go. You're doing too much for other people. You're helping other people out way too much, okay? You need to take a rest. You're doing too much, and you deserve to be pampered. You deserve to be treated. I'm sensing you deserve like a spa day, a me day, and definitely, take a day to yourself, but start to incorporate into your schedule time for yourself as well, okay? Time where your wishes, your needs, your interests, your passions are being nurtured, are being supported. Okay, and then of course, I think definitely you can, this is my own opinion, but you can definitely use with receiving some of the support that you freely and abundantly give to others. Like I feel like other people need to support you as well, like kind of get that cycle of energy flowing. Appreciation. Ooh, I'm definitely sensing that some people are taking you for granted here. Okay, that because they've just got so accustomed to you taking care of everything, that they're starting to not appreciate it. And I'm getting the sense that you've noticed that and that you don't like it at all, right? It's not nice to be taken for granted. It's not a nice feeling to feel unappreciated. And so Spirit is saying like, hey, it's not like oh, well, you're not doing this for me and showering me with gratitude, so I'm not going to do this for you anymore. It's like, no, it's not that at all. It's like, hey, you've been doing too much. And people are definitely not giving you that energetic exchange of balancing it out, okay? And they're just like taking. And so people need to, I think in general, right, just have more gratitude for the things that they're blessed with, the things that they are given in life. And a lot of the people in your life are not tuned into that energy right now. Okay, I feel like these two just want to come out, so let's honor that. We have first chakra Archangel Michael, and we have healer of the ages. So definitely you need to go back to addressing your needs, okay? What do you need to survive? What are the basics that you need to feel energized, to feel fulfilled, to feel loved, to feel valued, to feel safe, to feel secure? What are those things, okay? Come back to that. Your energy has been too dispersed, too worried about what other people think, what other people want. And you need to bring it back in. Bring it back into yourself, okay? And here what I'm sensing is that there is someone that is going to come in to help you with that, okay? Help you assert your boundaries, help you protect your time, your space, your energy, help you value yourself more and help other people see the value that is you. So maybe it's going to be a coach, a therapist, a mentor, a really good friend, a really caring and compassionate family member. So someone who really sees you for who you are and all that you do for those around you, and helps kind of stand up for you, and helps, what is the word? Not promotes you. That sounds weird. But someone that recognizes you and helps you receive the recognition that you deserve as well. All right? So let's get a final message from Shadow, from your spirits and your guides, right? To encourage you along this path of healing this shadow aspect of you. All right, so we have this lovely feather here coming from the chickadee. The time is right to release old patterns and energies. There you go. It's new patterns, new way of life. And you are ready to embrace this change. My gosh, and you deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be appreciated. You deserve to have time to yourself. You deserve for people to help you out too, as well, not just you helping everyone else out. All right? So embrace this new pattern. Let go of the old pattern where the energy dynamic was imbalanced, and embrace a lifestyle and a reality in which it is. So those are the secrets that your shadow wants to reveal to you. Thank you so much for tuning in to your reading today, Star Fam. Make sure to like and comment down below what you're calling in from your reading, and definitely share this reading with anybody who you think would enjoy the messages shared just as much as you did. Now, the thing that I love about the tarot is that it opens up our mind and our hearts to a world of possibilities. What's possible for us when it comes to love? What's possible for us when it comes to career and our dream life? But once we know that, how do we make sure it happens? How do we manifest these things into reality? And just as important, how do we identify the things that are totally blocking us and stopping us from getting what we want so we can move them out of the way? Well, to do that, I invite you to book an energy alignment session with me. The link to do so is in the description box below, and let's sort this out for you. I look forward to connecting with you, and until next time, have a beautiful day. Bye.